Okay, so that just cut off, or I cut it off, or whatever. I got overwhelmed. I got hot. I got, I got, I got anxiety. I needed some fresh air. Restore. So okay, so here I think it was Bones. Yeah, it was Bones. Because Scott, I mean, this Bones. Yeah, I don't know where it stopped off, but anyway, she'd already established that she had some incredibly empathic healing powers. So they didn't know that and Jim, like, they're just like, okay, our friend is dying. You can do something. Can you do something for him? And she would, and so finally, because she had so much compassion. I mean, she had so much compassion. What I'm saying, the ultimate empath, the mega empath. She had so much compassion. She couldn't stand pain. She wouldn't talk, but you could see it in her eyes, and she was just, and you could see it in her eyes, and you could see it in her eyes, and you could stop that, okay? Stop that. Yeah, okay. I do stop that. They're bones, but they're not bones. Stop that. Let them pay for that. You got too much compassion for the wrong thing. Now, and that note, oh girl, note to self. So anyway, so finally, they were like, "Can you save him? Can 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 you save him?" And eventually, she did. She did. She kept doing it and kept painting because it hurt. I mean, that shit hurts. That's not like it wasn't just a compassionate hurt, sensual, but it was a physical hurt. It was painful because she took on his welts and his pains. It wasn't just, she was just clearing his mind. She had to take on his actual physical disease, which kind of makes me feel like, why did I don't know. And I'm not saying nothing because I don't know, but this just kind of came out of no, but then I made it worse by picking on it, but I'm like, I don't know. Because listen, I don't have anything. I mean, I've got doctors that like keep me well for other reasons. 2020 like almost took me out. So I have to make sure that my kidneys are on point, and I got to make and I have I make sure that because I have IBS. I mean, I've got like about three, which I just now I got a fourth specialist because of some other shit. But I get it though. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. So I'm just saying, you guys think that I'm not doing nothing. And I mean, you have no idea of what I'm going through. You have no idea when I'm telling you to be tough and be strong because I do it too. You have no idea. I've always made this shit look so easy. But when I say you couldn't be me, you couldn't be me. I've seen people in worse conditions. I mean, I've seen people in better conditions who are a lot worse than me. I've seen people in better conditions and younger than me who are a lot worse than me, but they're better but their lives are better. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like they don't have what I have going on. I have like just, you know, but they're younger and they don't have as much going on with them as I do with me. But I make it look easy, and it's not easy. So that must mean that, if it's not easy, then it must be me. And that's when I say, well, look at him. Look at him. He did this to you. And that is such an insult when you do that. Because you take away the fact that I had a hand in this, that I pulled myself up, that I drove myself to the hospital, that I went to the pain, that when I was going through, I didn't call on no prayer warriors because I don't do that shit because prayer warriors don't pray for you. They pray on you. I know what your praying does. That's how I got there in the first goddamn place. Let's be real about that. And then on top of that, why no, someone was busy. Okay, I get that. You know what? I'm over that. I'm over that. And maybe I even say, thank you for the save. I don't disregard any of it. I see it all. I just need somebody, I just need somebody to like get the fuck off my, why am I even talking to people that don't listen? That's my problem. That's why I was not going to finish going to law school. I would have just like, You know, it's like, motherfucker, you gonna listen to me. I'm Denny Crane all day. Star Trek, Captain Kirk. My gosh, I love that, man. So anyway, getting back to finishing this story about I don't know why I went somewhere. Finishing this story. So they ended up, she ended up saving Bones, but she took on all of his disease. She took on his disease, which was killing him. And it was just like, she made death look so beautiful. And she died for a moment because she took on his pain, which was terminal. So she died for a second. And then, the aliens came and because they didn't see, because Jim and them didn't know, that what was going on until then, because they were all in their experiment. They came and, no, what they actually did, it was like it was games. They were being tested. You just gotta see that. It's so much going on in my head right now today. See the episode, The Impact on Star Trek, the old Star Trek, The Empath. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, The Empath. You will know. It's either called The Empath or The Muse, one or the other. But, anyway, so, after the experiment was done, and they kind of scooped her up, they hooked her up because she wasn't dead, although she died, but she was a supreme being. She wasn't going to die, but she had to die because he, oh my God, I see the signal. I don't, okay. Stay focused. So they took her off. And they were telling Jim, we just wanted to know the extent of what she would go through to actually save. Because the one thing we could not get her to break yet was her fear of the only thing they couldn't break her of was this fear of dying. She didn't know that she couldn't die because she was a supreme being. I'm not a supreme being, though. I'm in a human body. I'm very human. I can die. I might come back again, but I can die in this lifetime. So that's why you don't see me jumping off no buildings or jumping off the roof or doing a whole bunch of daredevil shit like that. I mean, that if you're a thrill seeker like that, go ahead. But the odds are you keep doing that shit, one day that rope gonna break, and it might be a chance that it won't. But you know what? I only have 2 words: Flying Willindas. Y'all don't know about the story of Flying Willindas? That's a story of phenomenal confidence and amazing talent. Brilliant to a T, down to a science. But even a wind can shift and all that legacy crashes. The Flying Willindas. Daring people. Amazing. But a bit insanely stupid. I thank you for what you offered, though. So I shouldn't call it stupidity. They might say it's brilliance. You're right, it's brilliance. Only you would do that. You were created for that. I know. So anyway, I get it. So get back to the empath. So, the only thing that couldn't break her, she was a supreme being, and it couldn't break her of her fear of dying. She did not realize that she couldn't die. So they needed the subject that she actually felt compassionate about, to see if she could actually heal this person, to realize in fact that she was a supreme being and couldn't die. Yes, she's gonna feel this shit. Yes, she might die for a second, but she's gonna come right back, boom, bop, scooped her up, carried her off, and then they release Jim and them. Now the funny thing is how this story comes back around, which they did some retro shit, but it came back around. It's that Captain Pike, the first captain of Star Trek, got hurt. There's a whole bunch of series how they did that, but they just did that in one show, and that he got injured, and so they ended up bringing him back to that planet where, what's that planet? Am I getting that shit confused? No, that's another story. Anyway, but it's always the same looking alien. I don't know. It might have been the same ones. I don't know. Everything is just mushy right now. Did y'all understand anything of what I said? I know what I said, but I don't know if anybody understood or if the message was given. All I know is it's starting to rain. So, that's my cue to go in. It's a pretty day. That's my cue to go in. Story time's been fine, okay? I guess this is my job now. Trust me, I'm learning as we go. Don't I have a glow? Don't I look better? Don't I look calmer? I feel like I've kind of crossed over to a new level of bliss. Saturn works for me. Nope, Saturn does not. Well, anyway, namaste. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. This is a journey. We'll see. This is amazing. Cut off. Now I don't want to cut off.